Hey everybody, welcome back to the Factathlon stage. I'm your quiz master, Chris Flaherty. Thank you for joining us. We got one more round for Factathlon fans before the school year ends. It is my favorite round of the year, students versus teachers. It's going to be awesome. This is like Factathlon Summer Slam edition, but nobody's going to get hurt, I hope. No promises. On my left are the students, this year's 2019 Factathlon champs, the Tentacles. Welcome back, guys, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Just introduce
Good to be
yourselves
back.
to the audience. Yes, good to have you back.
I'm Kevin Carnes. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Allison Irwin. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Anika Baraton. I'm a sophomore.
And on the right, challenging them, is the teachers team going by the very powerful and very ominous name of Wisdom. It's like one word. It's like Adele or Beyonce. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
You just introduce yourself to the folks out in TV, though, please.
Mr. McGuire, French teacher.
Mr. Colwine, chemistry teacher.
Mr. Saxon, social studies teacher.
All right, let's have a good, clean fight today, everybody. Just a quick overview of the rules for Factathlon fans out there. I will ask the questions. If you think you know the answer, buzz in, but please do not answer until I see your buzzer has lit up. I always recommend waiting to hear the full question because there might be a plot twist at the end. You will have until Miss Graham gives me the cut sign, and then you have a chance to answer. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you lose a point, and your opponents will have a chance to steal if they choose to. And as always, the losers will perform Britney Spears at next year's lip sync battle. I'm kidding. You'll do Madonna. Anyway, students, are you ready?
Yeah.
Teachers, are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's get trivial. As always, we start with a current events question. Due to overcrowded human traffic jams on this mountain, at least 11 people died in May.
Mount Everest.
Mount Everest is correct. I had a really good joke for the multiple choice questions. Now it's never going to be heard. Anyway, multiple choice current events. Recently, this player's record-breaking winning streak has come to an end after 32 consecutive victories on Jeopardy.
Jeopardy James.
It is not correct. That is not his name.
Why'd you call him Jeopardy James?
Isn't that what they called him?
James Holt.
I was looking for his biological legal name. You guys already answered.
I know.
Teachers, you have a chance.
That's what they've been calling him.
Oh, yes.
Ken Jennings,
Oh.
Brad Rutter, Austin Rogers, or James Holhauser.
I wonder which one. Why'd you call him? Because that's what they call
James Holhauser is
on the
correct.
news. I did say James. That's what they call him on the news.
All right, we got one more current events question. After failure to get her Brexit plan through Parliament, teachers,
Conservative Theresa May.
Conservative Theresa May is correct. Human anatomy and physiology, multiple choice. This horny outer layer of the skin is 20 to 30 cell layers thick and accounts for up to 3/4. Teachers,
What is the epidermis?
that is incorrect. Would you like the multiple choices?
Yes, we would.
A. Stratum basale. B. Stratum spinosum. C. Stratum lucidum. Or D. Stratum corneum.
Pass.
Yeah, go.
Pass. All right. Stratum corneum.
That's
Okay.
Marina.
Math. Multiple choice. A school library contains 4,000 books. Of these, 15% are history books, 25% are math books, and 35% are books of literature. All the others are science books. How many science books does this unusual school library contain? A. 800. B.
400
1,000. Students,
B.
B is correct. 1,000.
Wait, how many?
Quick maths.
I know it's 25%.
British history multiple choice. Refusing to subscribe to the Act of Supremacy led to this individual's imprisonment and execution in 1535.
Guy Fawkes.
That is incorrect.
I don't know.
Teachers, you have a chance to steal.
Different historical thing.
This is a multiple choice.
Can we hear the answer?
Yes, you can. Is it A. Sir Thomas More, B. Guy Fawkes, C. William Tyndale, or D. Anne Boleyn?
Act of supremacy. Can we hear the choices one more time?
Sir Thomas More, Guy Fawkes, William Tyndale, or Anne Boleyn?
Sir Thomas More?
Sir Thomas More is correct. And we got more questions coming your way. Factathlon was filmed in front of a live studio audience. Classic films, multiple choice. The great American artist Augustus St. Gaudens is best remembered for his large bronze relief sculpture in Boston, showing a young colonel on horseback leading a regiment of black soldiers in the Civil War. The officer and his soldiers were the subject of what award-winning film? Teachers.
Glory.
Glory is correct.
I remember we watched that. Yeah, we watched that in the class.
To our friends in the studio booth, the God mic is on. Literature, multiple choice. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, the witches predict that this brave, noble general's children will inherit the Scottish throne. A. Banquo. B. Macbeth.
A.
A. Banquo is correct.
Thanks, Ms. Rogers.
I did my term paper on Macbeth. U.S. history, multiple choice. It's time to play editor and correct the following error in a history text. The State Department announced in June of 1865 that General Westmoreland, the commander of American forces in South Vietnam, had been authorized by President...
I think that's 1965.
That is correct. Change 1865 to 1965. Point for the teachers.
Good job, guys.
Team Wisdom showing their wisdom. Math. No choice, but the correct one. The sum of two numbers is 20, and the product of the numbers is 96. What are the numbers? Teachers.
12 and 8 would be 12 and 8. 12 and 8.
12 and 8 is correct. 12 and 8 equals 20, and 8 times 12 equals 96. Commonalities. Consider these seemingly unrelated items. Number 1, the theory espoused by Stephen Hawking in A Brief History of Time. Number 2, La Peste. And 3, October 29th, 1929. What one color do they have in common?
Black.
Black is correct. Black hole, Black Death, and
Tuesday.
Black Monday.
Oh.
Sports. In soccer, what can you do with a direct free kick that you cannot do with an indirect free kick? Teachers.
Score a goal.
Score a goal is correct.
Okay.
Women's World Cup on Friday.
Movies. In this recently released live-action Disney remake, a kind-hearted Aladdin is correct. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I didn't like it. Don't tweet me. Geography, multiple choice. The Pecos River is one of the more storied waterways in American history. Into which larger river does the Pecos flow?
Rio Grande.
The Rio Grande is correct. The Pecos River originates in north-central New Mexico and flows into Texas, emptying into the Rio Grande. Disease. Multiple choice. Pandemic diseases spread all over the world. What adjective describes diseases that are always present in particular places or in particular groups of people? A. Polemic. Teachers.
Endemic.
Endemic is correct. Endemic and polemic means a strong verbal or written attack. Hemic relates to the blood. Anemic, lacking in color or vitality. And epidemic would not have been a choice. Government. What 1966 legislation requires federal agencies to make information available to journalists? Teachers.
Freedom of Information Act.
Freedom of That's correct. Medicine. Doctors sometimes apply a pulling force to keep severely fractured bones aligned. Such a force is known as what?
A splint.
That is incorrect. Teachers, you have
Gotta
a chance.
make a comeback.
Is there options? There's no options.
No, splint
Okay.
is so wrong.
It's traction.
Splint is like something.
Splint is like pushes it. Yeah.
Art. Multiple choice. This early 20th century artistic movement started with the intent to ridicule the meaninglessness of the modern world. One such artist, Marcel Duchamp. Teachers.
Dadaism.
Dadaism is correct. Point for the wisdoms. U.S. history. Multiple choice. In addition to many other works, this American revolutionary diplomat and statesman in 1773 wrote essays entitled Rules by Which a Great Empire May be Reduced to a Small One and An Edict by the King of Prussia about the colony's problems with Great Britain. Can you name him? Is it A, Benjamin Franklin, B, John Adams, C, Alexander Hamilton, or D, George Washington?
We should probably guess.
Wisdom.
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin is correct.
National treasures talk about that.
Oh, fair enough.
Got a lot of them.
That's my point.
Food.
It happened to me on a French question.
From an old English word for bake, it's the amount of cookies made in one baking.
Batch.
Batch is correct.
Huh.
Botany. The pistil is the female part of the flower. It will develop into a fruit when fertilized with what?
Pollen.
Pollen is correct.
Coming from the same.
You're right. Biology, chemistry, okay.
Math. What's the total surface area of a cube with sides 10 centimeters long each?
600
600 square centimeters.
square
There
centimeters.
you go. French. What well-known French word spelled backwards gives its translation in the singular, a word which describes something of which the USA is made up? I'll say that again. What well-known French word, when spelled backwards, gives its translation?
Eta.
Eta.
That is correct.
You're welcome.
When spelled backwards means
Why was
state.
that like mine?
I know, how did you get the, yeah.
Forensic science. What 7-letter word describes the scientific examination of a dead body for the purpose of?
Autopsy.
Autopsy is correct. We've been watching our Law and Order out here.
How they got away with murder?
Biology. What is the total amount of living tissue within a given trophic level called?
Yes.
Is it biomass?
Biomass is correct. Spanish. If you aren't careful in expressing this human need in Spanish, you might end up saying, I have a man, instead of the correct phrase. What does the Spanish phrase, tengo hambre, mean in English? I probably just said it wrong.
I'm hungry.
I am hungry is correct.
Miss Abbott. Good job.
Neither of those phrases apply to me. Just throwing that out there right now. Geography, multiple choice. To which nation does the island Martinique belong?
France.
France is correct. I don't even think the God mic's on. I think they're just that enthusiastic. Chemistry. An ore sample contains 50 grams of a radioisotope with a half-life of 5 minutes. How much of the radioisotope remains after 15 minutes? 50 grams, half-life of 5 minutes.
What's the...
6.25 grams.
6.25 grams is
Dude, I was
correct.
like,
Hey, you guys will learn that tomorrow.
no, you know what? I swear.
No, we did that.
Educational burn.
We didn't.
We already
So,
Units of measurement. The Romans held it to be 17.5 inches. For the Greeks, 18.3 inches were marked off. In biblical measurement, it was 21.8 inches. Oh,
Cubits.
cubit is correct.
Whatever.
what?
Greek mythology, multiple choice. Soon after her own birth, she helped to deliver her twin brother Apollo. Name this Greek goddess. Is it A, Demeter, B, Artemis, C?
Artemis.
Artemis is correct.
Oh, really?
Those Greek gods are weird. Spelling. Spell the plural of grief. All right, go slow.
G
Yes.
R
Yes.
I
Yes.
E
Yes.
V.
Oh, sorry, that's incorrect.
Grievances.
F S. Oh.
I don't think I could. No.
Is it really Greece?
Do you want to try?
Is it Greek?
I feel like Greece
I
is
thought it's Greek instead.
Oh, that? Makes sense.
No,
You
but that's
good?
what you were
Wouldn't that be
saying.
Yeah,
Greek? I was gonna say
Griefs.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
trick question.
Example, I enjoyed a higher degree of satisfaction in pouring my griefs into the bosom of my friend Copperfield.
Greaves doesn't really make sense.
All right, this will be our last
There
question.
we go.
Astronomy, multiple choice.
For 7 points.
Ultimately, in another 5 billion years or so, our sun will use up all its fuel. At that point, it will have a brief existence as what kind of star before it evolves into a white dwarf of neutron star?
Supernova?
It is incorrect. Guys, would you like the multiple choice?
Like a blue giant or something.
I can give you the multiple choice.
Oh, yeah, multiple choice,
Yes.
yeah.
Supergiant, protostar, a white giant, or a red giant?
Super giant, white giant.
A.
I don't know. A or C.
A.
A is incorrect.
Was it?
Man.
Was
Was
it?
it D?
Was it
That's
white
D.
giant? Oh.
Give me the answer, don't give me the letter.
Oh, red giant.
Red giant is correct.
Okay.
Well,
I'll put that one
didn't
there.
matter all that much.
All right, and that's all the time we have for today. And Wisdom, the teachers have taken it 14-7. Congratulations, teachers. Be easy on them. It's the end of the school year. Guys, unfortunately, because they beat you, you're going to be held back a year.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
No,
fair.
you're
That's
not. But
fair.
you do have to perform Madonna
Understandable.
at this year's lip sync battle. You don't have to do that. These are the jokes, people. Anyway, thank you for watching another wonderful year of Factathlon. I'm your Quizmaster, Chris Flaherty. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back next year. Have a great summer. Go Devils.